Well, good morning from Provence, France. We are in the south of France right now. We actually docked our ship, the Riverside Provençal in Avignon, and we have taken our tour into L'Orange. That's where we are now, Orange. Sorry, my French is terrible. We are at a Roman theater. This was built 1 BC and it is in fabulous condition. And you can tell that this is still used because there are modern day seat numbers on the seats. But everything you're seeing on this side does date back. The seats themselves look like they're a little bit more modern, but looking at this and looking at that statue is from the 1st century. So fascinating to see. And what's really cool about this tour too is they brought us in. We stopped at the Roman Arch, which is the entrance into the city. Then they brought us to the theater, and we have this, which we can walk around the theater and learn the history on our own, and then we have free time. So I love tours that are not super structured, and we can go as fast or as slow as we want. And he said, you know what, if you're not interested in the Roman theater, you have 2 hours in the town, just meet us back at the bus. So we're gonna wander around this beautiful theater for a while. If I had a singing voice, I would sing, because he said the acoustics are wonderful, but I don't, so you're not gonna have to hear that. Okay, now we're gonna put my balance to the test and climb up here without handrails. Camera away. Well, haven't made it all the way to the top yet, but look at this view.
Big bricks around the rocks. It's cool.
Oh, wow. It is cool in here. It's like a little cave. Yeah, you can stop at any of these, put in the number, and then you get the tour or the information about this area. But look how cool these rooms are. They literally just like carved them out of the mountain. You know, you realize just how young our country, the United States, is, as far as structures, especially when you come somewhere like this and you see a building that is 2,000 years old, still standing. It's going nowhere. It was very well built. And not only the structure, but the history of the area. It's very, very cool. You hear someone was kind of stomping their feet. And I mean, you're always gonna be here with other people, but like I know the people here, so it's interesting like seeing how people are interacting with the sounds and everything around here. More stairs. Getting my steps in today. At the very, very top, walking along the wall, but as you can see, if you look above the wall, it's literally the side of the mountain. Oh, it's stunning. Because from up here, you can see the landscape out on either side of the building. We're having good weather right now. It's supposed to rain this afternoon, but as of right now, we are good. So Louis XIV came here, and he said this was the most beautiful wall in all of France. I'm curious what it looked like back then. Dee is heading all the way down, and she's gonna sing for us when she gets down there.
Yeah, we
ready. You can see how the town is just built around this old Roman theater, ancient Roman theater. Now we're gonna go explore the town a bit. That is after I make it down this terrifying staircase with no handrails. Eek, wish me luck. And then outside you do have these ruins that are all around the outer wall. Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, the front doesn't look so impressive, but when you go inside, it definitely is. Roman Theater. The Roman Theater of Orange was built under the reign of Emperor Augustus at the dawn of the 1st century. It is the only Roman theater in Europe with a preserved monumental scene wall, 103 meters long and 37 meters high. The Roman Theater of Orange is listed as a national monument since 1862 and as a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1981. Time to wander and explore. I did not get coffee this morning, so I would kill for some coffee right now. Okay, I see cafes. So coffee. Coffee. With sugar cubes.
Yeah, I love sugar cubes.
It's like a horse that you get sugar
I feel like Elisa's probably gonna need 3, so
This is probably one of the best cups of coffee I've ever had. Real milk, 4 sugar cubes. And look, look where we're sitting. We're sitting underneath an ancient Roman theater having coffee. Where else can you do that? I mean, you can't do this in the US. I got like the look that you can do this in Rome. I'm like, yes, I know. I mean, Europe. You can't do this in the US.
You know where else you can do that? Rome.
Smarty pants. This is the greatest window. They have like an entire village in the window. Oh, so cute. A nice leisurely coffee consumed, and we still have an hour of free time, so we're gonna go wander. Today's market day, so there's a huge market in town center, so maybe we can make it over there, but we're just gonna enjoy a walk. This is beautiful. And we've immediately hit the market, so it goes down that way and this way, and it sells everything. We've got jewelry, we've got clothes. I see perfume, makeup, a little bit of everything at this market. This is an authentic local market for locals. So most of the vendors don't speak English, which is fine. You know, we're in France. I don't expect people to speak English. But if we decide to buy something, then we have to figure out, I guess we just pick it up, hand them a card or cash, and we'll kind of go from there. But this is fun just looking around, even if we don't buy anything. And then, of course, we have the fruits and vegetables. Ooh, I'm curious about the grapes. If these are the types of grapes they use to make wine, or if they are just eating grapes. I think these are just eating grapes. Oh, and there's a little cafe right in the middle. And yes, French people do wear berets. I've seen several of them. That's not just a myth. A chapeau. And there is even where you can buy your meats from here. So all the oh no, I see pastries. Oh my gosh, and you can tell this is popular because most of it is empty. And there's just a few, empty, just a few pastries left. This is so fun. Just wandering this market is like the best way to spend the day. Can you imagine being a local and coming here on market day and buying your fruits, buying your vegetables, buying your meats, coming over here, buying your spices? So I'm trying to figure out if there's a spice I can buy to take home with me. And if they take a card, because I have some euros, but not very many. And then I walk over and see pain au chocolat for €1 each. And there's not many left. They have donuts too, but pain au chocolat. Did you think I could walk by the pastries and not get one? It would be better if it was warm, but it's still good. Oh my God, do you see that melty brie? Oh, yum. So I'm so curious at how big this is, because it is massive. If this is a once a week kind of market, or if it's once a month kind of market, because it's got to take a lot of work to set this up and tear it down. But what a cool experience to come here. Today's a Thursday. So it's not even the weekend. Like, you would think something like this would be happening on a weekend, but it's Thursday. And we have made it back to the theater, which is our meeting point on a very busy street. So that is a wrap of the tour this morning. We have another one in Avignon this afternoon. But how cool is this? So we got some history about the Roman theater, and then we got to wander the city on our own. And talk about culture when you find a local market. So that was awesome. Great morning. And yeah, the bus will be back shortly to take us back to the ship. And I think we can either have lunch on the ship or we can wander into the city for lunch. Well, the pain au chocolat at the market was a little on the disappointing side because it was cold. So found an actual bakery, a patisserie, and got this. Perfection. Something that is unique to river cruising is that sometimes the ships dock next to each other on the river, which means you walk through a ship to get to your ship, and that is the case here. We are docked next to a Viking ship, but we are on the other side. So we're about to walk through this Viking ship to get back to our Riverside Revel. So we are back on board Riverside Revel, and it is a glorious day right now. So the upper deck is open for lunch, and the four of us are the only ones up here enjoying this. So yes, you can go downstairs and have lunch in the regular restaurant, or you can come up here in the sunshine, which is what we're doing. Now, there were, I think, 3 tours today. We did the 4-hour tour to Orange. And then there was a 6-hour tour somewhere else and maybe an e-bike tour. I'm not 100% sure. I just know what we did. So there's not a lot of people on board. So excited to be up here because when we came the other day, it was packed. Like everybody was up here. Everybody was ordering lunch. So I think we're probably going to be the first ones to have our lunch order in. Busy, busy day. It is time for tour number 2. And this is a walking tour of Avignon. My hair is in my face. Double espresso latte in hand. And off we go. Now, the weather is going to turn. Rain is predicted, so we all have umbrellas on hand. And it is 2:45. The walking tour is 2 hours, and then we should have some free time and literally ship town. So we are walking into the walled city of Avignon. We have a local tour guide with us to find out all of the interesting facts about Avignon. We opted out of Palace of the Popes, so there is a 3-hour tour that includes Palace of the Popes, but you know, I think I'd rather see more of the town than that, so that's what we're doing. And what was interesting is we heard when we were going to L'Orange this morning is that the walled city of Avignon actually belonged to the Pope. It was not part of France, but on the other side of the river, that was the Kingdom of France. So a lot of Provence in this area belonged to the Pope, not this country. And it did not become part of France until the 1600s and 1700s. Yay, only one scary passage. Now we get to go under the road to get to the city. Oh, how impressive. So pretty.
We hope you're enjoying this video. If you are, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to our channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell for more videos to come. By the way, did you know that I'm also a travel agent? Let me help you book a trip just like this one, or any trip you would like. Just click the link in the pinned comment.
This is a waterproof door that we're walking through because occasionally the Rhone does overflow. We just heard a story of one of the French popes, Pope Jean, one of the Pope Johns. Anyway, it was during conclave and he was old. He was 72 years old. And he's like, you know what, just elect me as Pope. I know everybody's ready to go home. Elect me as Pope. I'm old. I'm going to die anyway. It'll be fine. So they elected him Pope and he lived until 88 years old. So he lied. It is so beautiful in here. So the wall on the outside is from the 14th century, but most of the buildings are from the 16th and 17th century. And it feels like a modern city within an old city, because all the upper floors are homes, but all of the lower is all businesses and a lot of shopping. Like I'm seeing some beautiful French couture. So it's going to be fun when we have our free time just to wander around. And I love these walking tours for that. So you've got like an hour of information and then time to wander. Also, a lot of the inside of the walled city is pedestrian only. So I'm seeing some bikes come through, a handful of cars, but most of the walkways are only for pedestrians. So you feel nice and safe. Ooh, it's getting to be Christmas time. Cafe. I'm so excited right now. Andrea just ran in one of the supermarkets and bought us butter, like real French butter. We are walking towards the Palace of the Popes now. And he is bringing us by this one, and this is the Church of St. Pierre, which is, he said, is kind of a forgotten church because Palace of the Popes is the more famous, the more elaborate one. And it's blocked off where no one can go in it right now, but you can see up at the top the flags of Avignon and then the flag of the Pope. And this courtyard is just fantastic. You've got the church, but then you've got all the buildings around. They're all restaurants, residential. Could you imagine living inside the walled city? And it's very quiet. So a lot of cities we've been into, they're, hustle bustle because of all the cars. There's very few cars. Most people are riding bicycles or electric scooters, a few motorcycles here and there. And he said it's actually relatively inexpensive to live inside the city because it's inconvenient. You can't have your car in here. You've got to park on the outside of the walled city. And he took us by real estate office, and you could see what the rent was. And it's only about 700 euros a month to live in one of the apartments inside the walled city of Avignon. So he's bringing us to the back of the palace first, and he said, you'll see why. And you absolutely do. As soon as you come out of this alleyway and look up, you're like, wow, look at this. This is what you see when you turn the corner. This is the Palace of the Pope. It's incredible. There are some Roman ruins out here from the 1st century. And this is outside the back of the Palace of the Pope. And the Palace of the Pope dates back to the 14th century as well. And we're about to take a really cool looking alleyway through. We're at the back and we're going to go around the side to the front. So let me take a moment to look up from here. This is just absolutely stunning. And we've made it to the front of the Palace of the Popes. It's raining. But we knew it was gonna rain. We saw a big storm coming through, but we came prepared. We have umbrellas, so we're good. I love it. Our tour guide says, okay, that means it's free time now because the rain has come. So we are on our own. Wind and rain. It is a lovely day in the south of France. The wind is blowing. The rain is raining. The umbrellas are out. So the carousel here is one of the oldest carousels in all of France. No one's riding right now because of the rain. And it's really coming down now. Here is the town hall. Learned something interesting yesterday. Every town and city in France has a Hotel de Ville. And no, it's not Cruella's home. It's the town hall. So when you see Hotel de Ville, that means that's the town hall. It's a beautiful day. It is an absolute beautiful city. Oh, cool. We're about to go into completely pedestrian. I think this is the street we started on because he's walking those back to the ship that want to go back to the ship. Wind is fine. Rain is fine. Wind and rain are a challenge. My legs are soaked and it's cold, so I don't know how much longer I will be out wandering the city. I'm gonna try and wander for a little bit. something before we leave. This is the Chapel of the Templars. There's a lot of Templar history here. And the outside of the biddy says La Petite Louvre, but it looks really pretty and it's covered. So let's go check it out. So the walls are covered in paintings. I don't know the age of these. They don't look super old. There's also an art gallery in here. And it's just a pretty little covered courtyard. Well, not all covered. It's not covered down here. With a little cafe, the tiniest little cafe. There's like 4 tables. How cute. Good thing is, with this itinerary, we're in Avignon till 6 p.m. today. And then the last day of the sailing, we're back in Avignon from like 2:15 p.m. overnight. So rain permitting, we will come back into town then and get to explore what we missed today. Okay, made it back on the ship. Absolutely drenched. Like my upper body is somewhat okay. My head's not wet, but you can see the jeans are just soaked. My boots are soaked. So we had to call it quits. And I'm sad because that is the cutest little town. I was really enjoying walking around the city. We did a little window shopping, went in one shop. Have you ever seen a Sandro? I'm kind of obsessed with Sandro. We went in there in Paris, went into this one. I wanted to buy everything, but I restrained. Okay, so now we're gonna get dry, warm up. And can we just talk about this dessert station that is always here? That tart looks amazing. It says almond, pear, and apricot. And then we have carrot cake, a pistachio something, and a plum honey. I couldn't help myself. I had to cut in. So this is a almond, pear, and apricot tart. It looked like it was going to be chocolatey by looking at the top. Yeah, I told Jason I'm going to France. I'm going to survive on bread and pastries. That's delicious. Oh my God. So good. The fruit flavor is very bold, but not like overpowering. The crust is flaky. Oh, delicious. We have coffee and hot chocolate. Look at her hot chocolate, how cute this is. Look at that, with a spoon on the side. And when you are cold and wet, there is nothing better than a hot coffee. And they make the absolute bomb lattes on here. And they do have almond milk. Oh, that's what I needed. It's warm all the way down. You know, sometimes you just need to stay in your cabin and order room service. This is an incredible room service experience. So I called and they said, oh, just text your butler and tell them what you need and he will get it for you. So there's a QR code. Let me show you. There's a QR code right here. You scan the QR code, set up a WhatsApp chat with your butler. So I told Vlad what I wanted and he brought it to me. And look at this. This sandwich is massive, by the way. So I was told that the club sandwich on room service is really, really good, and it looks it. So tonight is sitting in the cabin, working, watching a movie, and eating room service. This is my current situation. Laptop, movie, it's on pause right now, and oh my goodness, look at this. What? That is a chicken club sandwich with a pile of fries. And then look at all the condiments they bring you. And then look how he set my table up. What? Yeah, there's free laundry on board. So there's down on deck 1 is the guest laundry. I got soaking wet today, so I was like, you know what? Now's a good opportunity to do some laundry. So gathered up everything that needed to be washed, took it down there earlier. And so I was looking at the time, my alarm went off saying that my laundry was done. So I texted Vlad and said, if I'm not in the room, I'm getting my laundry. And I come back and the table's set up. That sandwich was delicious. So I'd heard the club sandwich was good. It definitely was.
Hey guys, if you like this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell as we post videos just like this one weekly of our travel adventures. Everything from cruising to RVing and all-inclusive resorts. And don't forget to check out our existing playlist. So come along with us on all our adventures. And thanks for watching.